There's an original? There's an original? Oh, I didn't know that was a thing. It's not because it's not because I'm young either. It's just because I'm stupid. Also, okay, there is sound. I was like, why is there no sound? Have I played this before? No. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. Well, I'm going to bring it up actually a little bit so on my OBS you can see it, but on my screen, that'll be good. Whoa, please enter the current time. What if I put in something that's not the original? 7 oh. Oop, nope, fuck. 7. Nope, 7. Oh, 2. Okay, sure. It's not a scary game, 420. This is intense. I am getting contradictory information again. No, accessibility settings can be accessed through the main menu. Okay. I think I've watched a small playthrough of this. So, let's see. Quality high. Okay. Why does this feel weird? Ever the end is never the end is...
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Hi, Stanley.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple.
Okay.
He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
Yep.
Orders
That's
came
what I'm
to
doing
him
right now.
through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
Foreshadowing?
Stanley was happy.
427. Okay.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that
Oh,
would
my avatar is
forever
freaking out
change
again.
Stanley. Something he would never
We gotta
quite
talk
forget.
about those TPS
He
reports.
had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
I know that if I don't do what he says, he gets really angry at me.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Okay, for some reason my avatar is off. It's really starting to tick me off. Uno momento, por favor. Why doesn't this want to work? Alright, well, I'm just gonna have weird stares today. I guess I'm not blinking. Whatever.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
I want to touch everything. Wait, which way did I come in from? Yeah, go this way.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, this game's gonna challenge me because it's gonna be like, do you know your left from your right? I'm gonna be like, probably. Alright. Sam, don't you remember we watched this one on Game Grumps?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling
Tips
a
on not
wave
getting
of
fired.
disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Let it ball up inside of you. Take it out passive-aggressively on other coworkers. Resent coworkers for not supporting you more. Make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic on the header and throw some be-leveled text. Whatever. Oh. Everyone is unique. You most of all. Excuse me, I was told I need to get the TPS reports. According to my husband, he says that TPS reports are important.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track. There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Nope.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was
No,
crazy.
I don't want to upset my boss. No, I don't want to.
Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
What? I don't
All
want to
my
upset my
coworkers
boss. I have
mysteriously out of existence.
No,
in
I have
single
a-
moment
I have
for
a-
no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense.
I have a thing.
And
I'm
as
getting
Stanley
anxiety.
pondered this, he
Please-
began to
please
make
don't.
other strange observations.
No.
For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
Am I already having an
And for that
existential
matter,
crisis?
These rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't
Huffing
found the
copium.
words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream.
I didn't yell that.
What a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone.
Wait.
He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all.
No, I was just here
He
already.
thought to himself, I suppose
was just
I'll
here
wake up
already.
soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Ah!
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical star.
What is going on?
And it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then
What is
perhaps
going
the
on?
strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating
Did I already,
everything that I'm
win the
doing and
game?
thinking?
Did I
Now
win?
the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking
Did
about
I
how
win?
it's
Did I
describing
break
my
it?
thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be?
It
Was
just keep
Stanley
going.
simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley.
Stop! What am I...
After all,
What?
he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control.
How?
That this was a dream.
Who's
So he closed
wants to
his
be my
eyes
friend on
gently.
Facebook?
And he invited himself to
Oh
wake
gosh.
up. He felt the cool weight of the
Alright,
blanket
we'll
on his
just leave
skin,
that alone.
the press of the mattress on his back,
Oh good, I'm in
the
bed.
fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over.
Uh-huh.
Let me go back to my job.
Uh-huh.
Let me continue pushing
Wait,
the
did I die?
buttons. Please.
Is this the
It's
equivalent of
all
dying?
I want my apartment and my wife
Did
and
I
my job.
equivalent
All
of
I
dying
want
in
is
this?
my life exactly
Whoa.
the way it's
Oh,
always
hi!
been.
Thank you for subscribing, anime
My
fan.
life is normal. I am
Welcome.
normal. Everything will be fine.
I think I broke this already.
am
I come from the land of the British with tea and crumpets. Oh, we love the British here.
Stanley began screaming.
I'm still here?
Someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office.
Hello?
I am real. Please,
Okay, everything's
just
turning
someone
red.
Tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Do you, like,
This is the story of a woman named Mariana.
did I lose? Did I
Mariana woke up on a day like any other. She
Was that
arose,
supposed to
got
happen?
dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day,
I think
her
I
walk
lost.
was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself.
That would be
and
me.
then
Yeah,
collapsed
yeah,
dead
sounds
on the
right.
sidewalk. And although she would soon
How is it
turn
over
to
in
give
Britain right
call
now?
for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body.
How long would
And
you
then
stare
she
at a dead
turned
body
around.
before you were like, you know, there's a dead body? I really don't like what my avatar is doing. It's bothering me so much. Give me a second. I'm going to try resetting it again. 3 minutes. Only got 3 minutes to save the world. There. Alright, let's... Oh my gosh, I don't know what's going on. If there's like an update that I missed or something. Okay. I'm not getting any directions. I think I have to leave.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Wait,
What
I
could it
thought I
mean?
was Marie.
Stanley decided to go to the
I'm
meeting.
Stanley again?
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So I did die. Something tells me 420 is gonna be funny.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office,
Let's see
but
how long
it
it
didn't
takes.
make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Okay. So this game kind of really punishes you for not listening.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, we're just gonna follow the rules. Why is that really white? That wasn't like that before. Sure, we can all... We call it punish.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping him coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Listen, Boss Dude got some style. Holy crumpets. What's over here? Executive's bathroom. Because the boss knows that what the boss says goes, if the boss says suffered losses, then that's what the boss choose. What if I decided to poop? Chose. It's chose, not choose. I just realized that that didn't rhyme. That looks like a pillowcase. That's 100% a pillowcase. Alright, what else is going on here? Why? No, I want to go back. Meh. Alright. I just want to see how much I can piss off this narrator before he just, like, absolutely goes batshit crazy. Business, 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 numbers, numbers, numbers.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief.
You can't jump.
Who orchestrated this?
Yeah, I just got an
What
achievement
dark
saying I
secret was
can't
being
jump.
held from him? What he could not
I
have
haven't
known
been running
was that
around
the
trying to
keypad
jump. You
behind
can't
the
prove
boss's
me.
desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Oh. Okay, but what's over here? Alright, we're here. There's no jumping puzzles, right? That's not something I need to do. Because I've just been editing and realizing how much I suck at those. What? Where's the button? How would there be jumping puzzles if you can't jump? I don't know. How am I supposed to get down there? Oh, I thought it was a drop. I couldn't see that there was like, I thought that there was like a void, like it's just an empty void.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself.
We discovered free will.
The nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered.
Everybody staying hydrated. Oh. Is this a horror game? Somebody tell me if this is a horror.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Go down, you?
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Fine. Wait, I want to poll. Do I go down the hallway or do I go back to where it said mind control? I'll wait. What are we doing? What are we doing? Do I want to die? Pfft, all the time. Let's go, bitch.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Nope.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and
I have free
willingly
will.
confront his death.
Now there's no bottom. Did I win?
As the machine whirled
What?
into motion and Stanley was
What is
inched
going on?
closer and closer to
Oh.
his demise, He reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story.
What is going on?
Trapped
Can I jump?
forever in his narrow
No!
vision of what
No!
the world is.
No!
Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eye
No!
from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent
I don't
end to his
accept.
brief and shallow
I don't
life.
accept.
Farewell, Stanley.
Bye! Bye, narrator. What?
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Did I win?
Yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
What is going on? What is the goal?
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance,
Am I already
death
winning?
becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
I'm having an existential crisis. Next time you should take the right door instead of the left. I won? I won, right? I won. That's what I needed to do. This is the game. It's a game. And yeah. What's over here? What?
Finally, he pushed the number 9. Let's see. Stanley walked through the green door.
What?
Now then, this elevator for sure will get him right back on track to where he was.
I know I was supposed to go the other way. I'll go the other way. But by this, I mean I'm gonna keep exploring for a second because I'm super curious. Freedom ending. Alright. I feel like this is spoiling shit. I'm gonna go the other way. Wait, how do I get back? How do I... Do I just have to, like, manually restart the game? No. Make sure you explore all the rooms. Okay, I'm exploring all the rooms. I found the way out, but... Okay. Yeah, I saw it. I just wanted to explore the rest of the rooms. Because you said to explore all the rooms. I thought you said to explore the rooms! Ugh. I'm lost. Elevator, there it is. I wanted you to find the rooms. Okay, we gotta be a little bit...
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another.
You have to
How
be
they
more
wish
clear.
to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
I
Can
hate-
you see?
No.
Can you see how much they need one another?
No.
No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
Can only text one word at a time. I mean, one
Listen to
sentence
me.
at a... Why can you only text
still
one
save
sentence
these
at a
two.
time?
You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to
Wait.
beat this game.
Are you
As
serious?
long as you move forward, you'll be walking
Do I actually do that?
someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only
Wait, do I
chance.
actually do that?
Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
I got smooshed. I got super smooshed. What? What is going on? Alright, start me back over. Alright, I'm back in my office. Doing office work, doing my office work thing.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Can I go faster? Let's go faster. Just follow. Do I
When
go
Stanley
to...
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Compass said to go right this time. Okay, fine. We'll follow instructions all the way through. Then we'll be rebellious. The correct way to play is explore everything.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
What is this door? Why is there a panda getting shot in the head? What the heck? I know I said I was gonna do something, but I'm gonna do this. It's times like this I wish I had the hand sensors. They're really far up. Am I supposed to hit the button again? Must be a big building. Well, it's this. It's the same place. Let's go down. Oh, okay. They don't take us anywhere new. That's sad. Alright, to the boss's office.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley
What could it
wondered
mean?
aloud
What could it mean?
to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk.
No.
What could its purpose be?
In
In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. and so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Stanley just sat around twiddling, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random
Yeah, if I would have
buttons on
listened to
the
you,
keyboard,
Theodore, I would have
Stanley
been
happened to input the
huge.
correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
A newly open passageway. Alright. See, doesn't it look like there's no bottom here? Like, and my computer is too dark. It's too dark. Alright, let's go to the mind control.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
It's not clear. It's very dark. Like right now, it's very dark.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
I'm in
What
Cerebro.
horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Oh, I had a song in my head about strength. But now it's just the song from Titanic, My Heart Will Go On. Thanks, Celine Dion, you ruined it. You ruined it for everyone. Alright, push the button.
Now the monitors
Whoa!
came to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen.
Oh,
And
it's so
Stanley,
creepy.
one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
What was I, 247? Or was I 472? I think I was 472. Yeah. 472, I'm right there. Maybe not? Am I not 472? 427. 427. Okay, there I am. Ooh, creepy. My room's dark.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had
What does
Stanley
it mean?
really
What
been
does
under
it
someone's
mean?
control all this time?
Yeah.
Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Oh man, I cannot wait to just fudge around with this
No.
game.
He refused to believe it.
I put my foot
Couldn't
down.
accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he
I'm
truly
too-
spent
I'm-
his entire
I
life
know I'm right
utterly
on the
blind
cusp
to the
of being
world?
acceptable to having a midlife crisis, but I don't feel like I'm quite there yet. But this is
Here
probably
was
going to
the
push me over the
The
edge.
heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once
I'm just
and
dismantling the
for
patriarchy. Okay, so there's a pattern here somewhere. I remember watching this and then there being maybe one is online. I remember there being a pattern and I don't remember where he found it. Red, green, orange, blue. Red, green, orange, blue. I'm guessing that's the pattern. Oh. 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 I hit a button. I actually managed to hit the button. Okay, there was one that had a... Here we go. Control panel. Status offline. How do I... Waiting for connection. I know I'm supposed to explore, but if I can push buttons, I'm gonna push buttons. And if there's buttons to push, that means that there's a pattern to push the buttons. Mind
And when
control
at last
item.
he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Okay. Did I win? I won the game, didn't I?
Blackness
Okay.
and a rising chill of uncertainty.
Okay.
Was it over?
I hope so. Or I hope not, actually, because we've only been playing for 40 minutes.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone
I raged
else's
so
command.
hard.
Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking,
Oh.
but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go.
This
No
is
longer
very-
would anyone tell him where to go,
It's like
what to do,
messages
or
in this
how to
game.
feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through
Okay.
the open door.
It'd be really helpful if I could jump. There we
Stanley
go.
felt the cool breeze.
Alright,
upon
good
his
stream,
skin,
guys.
the
Yeah.
feeling of
Come back.
liberation,
No, I'm just
the
kidding.
immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Beat the game. Whole game, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Such a small game. No, I knew that wasn't the end of it.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Alright,
What
let's
did
go
it
right,
mean?
bro.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Okay. Yep. Is it?
Yes, really worth it being here in the room.
I feel like it's
A
just
room
every
so utterly captivating.
every
that even
office's
though all
job
your
to have the most
co-workers have mysteriously
disgusting
vanished, here you sit
break
looking at
rooms
these
ever.
chairs and some paintings. Really worth it. At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone
Theodore,
left.
I'm supposed to be patient and take things slow.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Bro, same. Yeah, swipe card.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
What if I
I'm
just
not your enemy,
jumped?
really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story... But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
You almost
Good
made
job,
it.
Stanley.
I know, I feel like if
Everyone
I
thinks
didn't...
you are very powerful.
I think you can make it there. Alright, let's try again.
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his
Because it was
left.
still moving up when you jumped, so I think you'll have to wait a little bit longer. Okay.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Do not jump from cargo lift while in motion will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. Penalty for jumping off cargo lift, $5,000. Or your life.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the
Trust
fact
in
is that the story has been
Just
about
in
nothing but
me.
you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. What? Really?
Woo!
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
No, I do not like
Convinced
other
that I
people.
want something bad to happen to you?
Absolutely.
Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this
Okay.
is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Should we take his advice and go through the red door, or should we barge and go through the blue? Blue it is.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood.
No.
Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley
Blue.
walked... All right, fine, go ahead. Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the
I
end
do.
of this road?
I
You
100%
chosen world.
do.
Don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted?
Yep.
Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out
Absolutely. I'm so
specifically
happy
for
right
you?
now. Yeah.
Do you not think I put
My
a lot
whole
of
life
time
is here
into
to
that?
just ruin
Because I
people's
did.
lives.
And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far.
Yeah.
Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Yay!
There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Where do I go? Where should I go? Go in the new door? The new door. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version.
Okay.
Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Oh, of course. A 3. Really? Maybe next time we can get you to form an actual opinion, you know? Any level of critical thinking or engagement with your surroundings? Does that sound good?
I am a
Think we can
people
do
pleaser.
that? Yes? Wonderful. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this
Okay.
one. Let's take a look.
The Stanley Parable Worldwide Leaderboard. Wow. You are objectively ranked the worst player. Okay, that's fine. Hang on, I wanna do this again. Give me a second.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some play testing.
Okay.
You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you?
Yeah.
Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Okay.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right. And if
Okay.
he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective?
Okay,
Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
It didn't work.
You heartless bastard.
It didn't
You
work!
do it because you hate babies.
I already
or
found the
purely
baby
to
game.
spite me.
It
If
didn't
it's the
work!
latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think
I
of
hit
a
the
single
button.
thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm out. I'm done.
I made him quit.
It's over.
I made him
Thank
quit.
you for playing.
Yeah, I already
Your
found the
input was
baby game.
extremely
I
valuable.
have ADD.
Oh,
I found
hey,
it in
since my
like
game
2
was so
seconds.
awful, why don't we play someone else's game just to ease the pain?
Okay.
Let's see. What do we have here?
Go back to the baby game. I feel bad. I killed the baby. I don't even like babies, but I feel bad about it.
Seems like it'll work.
'Cause you
Let's
yelled
give it
at
a
me.
shot.
He yelled at me for killing a baby, and I feel really bad about it. Oh.
Aha!
Oh.
Fascinating.
I
What
think
do
I
you
have this
game
game.
is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose.
Firewatch? I feel like I have this game,
Yes,
or I was
that
looking
must
at
be
it.
What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley.
I go to
and
bed?
it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Okay. Into the Great White North. Yeah, it's Firewatch. This game is either on my wish list or I have it. I can't remember. Can I jump yet? Still can't jump. Okay, let's see here.
Oh, no. No, it can't be.
What? What happened? Are there bears?
It is. It's an open
Bears?
world game. Good God, quickly, block it off.
No.
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around, no right or wrong directions, no
Oh, there's
path to
a
follow. You can
crack
just
over
go
here.
in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley.
Oh, there's a crack over here.
Okay, I'm going to get us out of here.
No,
Let's
there's
find
a crack
another
over
game.
here.
Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
I can't run! Run is not an option. Run and jump, not a thing.
Hey, I think this will be just the thing.
What?
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in.
Where's
There
the
isn't
ball?
any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Listen, it's a skill I have in life. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball.
I'm
of
so
some
bad
kind
at
back
Rocket
here.
League, by
Is
the
this
way.
game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun. Hold on. What are you doing?
I figured it out. Oh,
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
I beat the narrator again. Oh, fuck. No, he's gonna put me back at the beginning. Oh, what? Where in the poop chute am I? I feel like I'm gonna die here. Why are you so mean to him? I already followed all of his instructions. We went through all of his instructions, like, the second time around. Don't worry, don't worry. Why is there only one boob light on? Oh, hey, it's my office. I love this game. What the hell? I
wonder what he found.
Uh,
If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it.
Kind
Down
of.
in wherever he is right now. I wonder if
Hell?
he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That
Okay.
is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes.
This guy's got a
Yes,
big
I'll
head.
be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end
I'm
will be
back.
here soon.
From outer space.
Very soon.
I just walked in there
I can
and
wait.
to see that sad look upon your face. I didn't bet it. I didn't burn. You would be back to follow me. So now go. Walk out the door. Turn around now, 'cause you're not welcome anymore.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
All right, let's take the red door
Perhaps
this
he wanted
time.
to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Oh, I wonder what's up there.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
All right, let's go over here
There's
this time.
someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself.
I
To
have no
put your
redemption in
work
life.
aside. To let her back into your life.
Her?
She's been waiting.
Did this game get plot all of a sudden? Ah!
That's her, Stanley.
What?
You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
It won't let me. Okay, there. Oh, bright. Ah! Ma'am, you are not forklift certified. I am 100% forklift
Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven.
I can't move.
Right.
I can't move.
Okay, there we go.
I can't move.
All right, now.
I don't like it.
want
I'm
you to
scared of
come in and
women.
I'll look at
You're doomed.
Ma'am, I'm scared of women. I don't like mannequins.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife?
I can't
They wanna
move.
commit their life to
Otherwise, I
you.
would have.
I'm trying to make a
I
point
can't
here, Stanley.
move.
I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
There. Oh my gosh, I couldn't move.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Little Nightmares mannequin. Good morning, employee. Press G on your keyboard. I don't want to. It's not letting me do anything else. Fine.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a
Why do we have a
reminder of
cuck-
the inconsequential
Why do we have like a
nature of his
Cuck
existence.
chair over here by the bed.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told
You
to
won't let
do.
me push any other
Now
buttons.
he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch.
Not.
Now he's going home.
I'm not.
Now he's coming back to work.
Maybe.
One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Press P.
But in his mind, in his mind, he can go on
Fantastic
fantastic adventures.
adventures.
From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands.
Okay.
It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none
Look
of
at you
it would
following
ever
directions.
happen
I'm trying to not follow directions, but it won't let me not follow directions. See? PIOLKJ. Can you hear me hitting all of the other buttons that are...
And so
Oh,
he
I hit
began
B
to
by accident.
fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that
Mummy.
one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Ugh. Press I to spend time with the boys. I have the boys?
So he went further. He imagined that he
Oh, I
came
could
to
just not
two
hit any
open
of them.
doors
Okay.
and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Okay, I'm not going to hit anything. Don't tell me to hit anything. I'm just going to wait. He's narrating the whole story. Do you think he'll say anything? I literally just said I can't. It won't. Never mind. I don't think he's gonna say anything. He will eventually. I'm hitting J, so you can see that nothing else is gonna happen. No other buttons work outside of moving around. I feel like you do this on purpose sometimes. But it doesn't do anything. It doesn't, never mind. It doesn't. Okay. No other buttons work. No other buttons trigger a response. The funny thing is there are interaction codes into this game that literally require hours of not doing anything. Is this one of them? Can somebody say a story or something? Like, just tell me a story about your day. What was an Oh, I could tell you guys a story. Okay, so I went up and I visited Meg on Tuesday, and so I went and I picked up wings for me, her, and Adam, and this place was absolutely crowded, and like everybody was getting really angry. people were still figuring out the new things in the old game. So I went and I got 3 drinks for us. And so I'm going over to the soda fountain, and there's this girl sitting there, and she's got her phone on full blast playing music. Yeah, it was Wingstop. She's got her music on full blast on her phone, and she's got it held up, and she's like dancing and twerking, and like she's right by the soda fountain. So I like walk up to her, and I'm like, oh, excuse me, I gotta get to the soda fountain. And she like moves maybe an inch, if that. So I like squeeze through because she's like clearly not caring, and I'm trying to fill up my soda, and she is just twerking her ass on me. And I'm just like trying to fill up my sodas as fast as possible, and like did not move at all, like paid no attention to me. And then I almost saw, like, it was seriously, it turned into Waffle House for a second, because then like the employees started dropping F-bombs at each other. I swear there was going to be some tables flying. Oh, I should have stayed longer, but our wings were going to get cold. But yeah, it was Wingstop. How did you know it was Wingstop? Alright, I'm getting creeped out by the mannequin. I'm gonna
As he
hit
wandered
I.
through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and
I feel
mind
old saying this,
controls. And
but
down
kids
another
these
was a
days are
yellow line
awful.
that
They
weaved
really
in many
are.
directions.
They
And
really,
down
really
another was
are.
a game with a baby, and he called it the Stanley Parable.
I don't have any children here.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
I don't love her, though. I don't even know her, and she's a mannequin. How do I say no? No. No. I don't love you. I don't. I refuse to say it. I'm hitting Y. Nothing happened. Oh, the baby fire game does actually have an interaction if you play it for the full 4 hours? I want to know who found that out.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
Oh, I'll gladly hit that
I'm
button.
trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me.
I need to do
He
that
won't stop.
faster, not
Here,
slower.
Watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it. You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here...
The
he's
narrator
electing
is
to
secretly
kill
talking
himself?
about you.
How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
I see? Okay, this seems like one if I don't press it, it won't, like, it'll be like, hell yeah. So we're just not gonna press it. We're gonna sit here and we're gonna wait. We're gonna have conversation. How is everybody's holiday? Did anybody get anything awesome for Christmas? Because I got something awesome I got 2 things that were awesome for Christmas. Anybody want to share? Anyone? Anyone? Change the tag to just chatting. Can I do that? with the game, no. Still sick. Gotta work tomorrow. Oh. I gotta... Sam, yeah, you got a GPT, a monolith. Yeah, that thing... Warhammer. That's gonna take you, like, 9 hours to paint, if not more. I got the collector's edition, box set Blu-rays with the original dub of Neon Genesis Evangelion, and I almost cried because I was so happy. And then I got Meg got me this really cool Marin figure with her in her first cosplay outfit, and it was very, I'm very excited for that. And then she also got me a bunch of Marin keychains and a bar of soap, because I told her that if she ever gets soap that I would take the soap for her. I was gonna get bookshelves, but my parents didn't want to give Amazon money to ship it to me, so they just gave me furniture money. Well, guess you're going to IKEA. How long do I have to wait? I'm not patient. There's no IKEA in Tennessee. There's no IKEA in Tennessee? I thought they were everywhere. Like, at least one per state. The closest one is in Atlanta? That sucks, dude. That absolutely sucks. I am so sorry. Actually, I'm not super sorry because, like, IKEA stresses me out, but I get it. How long do I have to sit here? How long has it been? It has to have been like 2 minutes. Because no, I'm not gonna press F because Stray said that sometimes if you don't press anything, that the narrator will be all sassy. I feel like this would be a good one to not press anything on. I can try to get out again. I think he would have by now. Okay.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him.
Oh, give me
I'm
a
compelled
choice.
to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button.
What?
And I tried.
Oh. Oh. I died. All right. We're back. Let's go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Do you think any of these doors will eventually
Stanley
open?
went around touching every little thing in the office, but it
Close-
didn't make a single difference.
close the door.
Nor did it advance the story in any way.
My door is closed. Let's close this door. I cannot close the door. It forced me to restart. I did not restart it. It restarted itself. I'm gonna turn off all the computers. Oh. Input received. Alright, have I touched all the computers? New content.
Oh, new content?
Hell yeah.
What does that mean, new content?
Going on an adventure. Going on an adventure. This game is so weird.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Uh-huh.
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013
I didn't.
on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022
I didn't
with
know
the
that.
Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for
Oh.
consoles and home computers.
Oh.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please step inside and see what thrilling new
How did I
adventures
get
await
here?
in
I
the
just turned the
Stanley
corner and
Parable
all of a sudden it was like new
Ultra
content.
Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
I have a feeling this is a troll. I feel like this is going to be a troll.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right,
Jinx.
finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
New content! New content! Ooh.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if, Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Gimme the content, Stanley.
Oh.
All right. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
I'm so excited right now. What? I can't jump outside of the circle. See? I can't jump outside of the circle. Just FYI, I'm hitting spacebar. I cannot jump outside of the... So few left. Oh shit. Wait, do I need them for later?
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new
Are there
content?
other circles?
If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary.
That's what
There's
I'm
20
wondering.
hours
Now
of new
as soon as you
content
say
right
that
there.
like that,
Hell,
then I'm
I
like,
could count to
yeah, that
30
makes sense.
trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content, and oh wait, there's more. Very good. Yes, I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Thank you for enjoying the new content.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me, Mr. Stanley. This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started
Listen,
on the
if
level of
that's
craftsmanship
the
that's
extra
gone into it. In
content,
fact,
I'm
I'm looking
actually
right
okay
now
with
at the
it.
game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this?
Too real.
I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
It's not Twitter anymore.
It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always.
See, I
What do you
could have
say,
just...
friend?
I don't have a choice. I could have just sat there and jumped for 32 times. Stanley playing hide and seek with himself. Oh, this looks different.
Stanley. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Okay, I don't care if this is a trap. I'm so excited to go in the vent. What's in the vent? What's in the vent?
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well,
Yeah.
it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So
Okay.
I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
Take a look, and you'll see a world of pure imagination.
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life
Skyrim?
whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013,
Dude,
when
are
the
you
game
okay?
originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Let me get. Okay. Member? I remember that. I didn't play the first one, guys. I'm sorry. And when he says that it came out in 2013, my brain goes, oh, that was just like 3 years ago. But it's 2023, which makes that 10 years ago. Which makes me really, really sad. You know, it's 10 years ago. Let me sit! Let me sit!
Je suis dans la memory zone, seul sur la prière.
When did I join a cult?
Et je n'attends
When did I join this cult?
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie
A wonderful
Stone
exploration
writes, and
of
I
a current
quote,
state of gaming and
"Where
nostalgia.
so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was.
He's locked me
It was
in.
literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona.
There you go,
3,
there's
it was
Skyrim.
all of them. And
Who said
now
Skyrim?
It's nothing.
Compass, you
It's
win.
no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk.
This guy's
with
not
an
okay.
hour of new elevator content.
Do I go up or down? Persona mentioned. Do we go up or do we go down? Where are we going, guys? You pick. Up or down? Up or down? Both. Got it. Down it is. Up. This looks healthier.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com.
Oh my
The
gosh.
Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding
regrets.
choices I've ever been confronted
Regrets.
with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It
Technically,
didn't
it wasn't
need
if you
new
got a 9 out of
content.
10. There was
It just
improvement.
needed to be left alone. To spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video
I just have to wait
game
for him to
memories.
stop talking. It's not terrible. There we go. The serious room?
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Reviews?
Oh, no. Oh, God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Oh gosh. This is so weird. No!
I could not be bothered to
I
play this
hope
game
that
to full
this person
completion.
is
The
playing this
narrator is
game.
obnoxious and unfunny, with his
I
humor and
absolutely
dialogue
hope that
proving
that
to be
dude is
more
playing this game.
irritating than entertaining. Unfunny. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
I am forklift certified. Let me go. Here's a good review. Oh no.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea of the
Noodlets.
game is good,
Noodless
for
chef.
someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness
Wait,
gets
go read the
annoying
review
fast.
on the
Preachy?
ground.
Stanley, I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can.
You can't read them.
Goodness, this is actually quite shocking for me.
They're all blurred
I
out.
well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black
is really
marks are my
weird.
otherwise unimpeachable track record.
This is really weird
I
bonus
feel-
content.
Like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always... What's this one got to say?
Are we gonna kill ourselves?
You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up
I
with
think
his
the positive
long-winded
ones are all
explanations
the
of
same
what's
reviews.
happened.
It had like
I
4
wish there
lines,
was
I
a
think.
skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews.
Oh
of
no!
the Stanley.
Ah!
That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we
Oh.
shall have. And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to... Oh, you're back, you see.
that was
you were
weird.
only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and
behind
lengthy
us?
ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it... Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I
give me the
start to
button.
go
Give
off
me
on
the
a
button.
thoughtless display of self-absorption, it... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? Stanley! Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
Push the button.
You've just been frozen there.
You
I
push
don't
the
know why
button.
The skips are getting longer, but they're... Oh, Stanley.
I pushed the
You're
button.
back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk
Push,
to again.
push, push, push.
Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time.
Button goblin.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're
Hello.
here again. Welcome.
Is our British friend still in
I
here?
had time to think about you and about
Anime
us and
fan?
about every...
Is he gone? Is he dead? Did I kill him? What just... There is no door. Oh, beeps. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Give me the skip button. Give me the skip button. Give me the skip button. I hate this noise. Oh, it's so sharp. Oh, it's so sharp on my ears.
But they didn't understand the
There we
game
go.
was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It was...
I wonder how long he's gonna just let me do this. Clock fell. Gosh.
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
This man
is
is
never
not
the
okay.
End, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
Who do you think
never the
is a
end, never
better voice actor? This guy or the guy who voiced Asterion in Baldur's Gate 3? We're getting leaky pipes. Who's Asterion? You know, the one you killed? Oh. I hear wind. Maybe I can get out. Sam killed Asterion in our playthrough, and it made me really sad because he was one of the ones I wanted to romance. But that's okay, because I got Halsin. And yes, we did both scenes. I'm romancing Karlach in my solo playthrough. But I am very bad at the game on my solo runs. Let's talk about who Sam romanced. Sam romanced Lysel right out the gate. No second thoughts, just... You have skipped years. Well, what else am I supposed to do? The bear? Yeah, I did the bear. She seemed willing. I'm assuming I just have to keep skipping until, like, I can get out. Because, like, I can't get out. Can I get out yet? Hey, I can get out. Wait, can I hit the button again? Give me the button. Give me the button. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen. Ah! The Dutch angle. And he wandered in the desert for 40 years. Did I win? Did I win? I hear like an ocean. Go back to the room. Technically. It's open world. Oh.
All of his co-workers
Oh,
were
he's
gone.
back.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
New content. This game is ridiculous.
Oh, good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Show me. Holy cow, it's hot in here. I didn't kill him, he's fine. He was only temporarily murdered.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version
You skipped the
turned out to
lifespan
be.
of Earth.
The original Stanley parable
Big Bang
was a
happened
hammer,
again, we're fine.
and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further.
Whoa, whoa,
Which is why
whoa.
I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
Is that not what we're playing?
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience.
Now we're playing
built
the
from the ground
Parable
up. Why, there are so many
Deluxe edition.
possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is
Taste
what
the
fans have
sequel.
truly been asking for.
2 Deluxe. Guys who played, is this what you guys
Calling
were
it the
wanting?
Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing.
This is me
for it.
trying to be
I
artistic.
figure
That's
that if
for
I can
sure.
loosely organize
Eyes,
a
ears,
handful of interesting concepts,
nostril,
that surely
legs.
the game will sort of naturally
Who
spring
took the
up
red
around
marker?
them.
Me.
It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Go read the whiteboard. Why do you skip all the things? What am I skipping? I was getting yelled at for before for not following the orders. Y'all can't make up your mind. I know you're not a single entity, but new features. I wanna go in the crowd. Oh my gosh.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Where can I jump? Office decorations, the Stanley Parable reassurance bucket. Oh my gosh! The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game.
For
No!
the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Let's see what name do you think they're gonna say? What name? What name? You think they're gonna say Avery? Do you think they're gonna say Amara? Do you think they're gonna say Avery Cat? Do you think they're gonna say Stanley?
Jim.
Sorry, I
Nope.
should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But
Ah,
of course, in the
I got
final game,
trolled.
this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just
That was
play
good.
along. I promise you'll love it.
That was good. Okay.
Here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim.
Jim.
Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll
I'm
never
gonna piss him off with
understand
this
the
button.
impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name.
That's what it is.
Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first. Now, allow yourself to become Jim. Imagine... All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now?
Oh,
Get
so
out
happy.
here. I'm done with this button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on?
Give me the button again.
See, if you'd only played along, that would have been your name the button says. But no. Instead, I can't even think about it. I'm taking the Jim button
No!
away.
Don't take it away!
Jim.
No. They took away my toy. That was so rude. Ah. Bye, Jim. What if my name was Jim? What if you were playing this and your name was actually Jim and you just freaked out? You're like, oh, how'd they know that? Why did it get darker in my room? Why did it get darker in my room?
Maybe I'll only let people named Jim play the Stanley Parable too. They would appreciate what I've created here.
Alright, what else should we go? You and Meg should play Police Simulator. So, you guys want me to go over here? Office decor, you want me to go to the bucket. Ready or not. Oh, Meg has that too. Ready or not, or ship this game that I'm playing right now? Stanley Parable.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind.
You two playing that would be funny.
It's true.
It would probably
As
go
long as you
as
hold
well
onto the
as
bucket,
Lethal
the
Company.
many
I have
disorienting
Lethal Company
contradictions of
again.
the Stanley
I
Parable
bought
will
it.
feel perfectly normal. And
So I
perhaps
will play it.
even
I just have to
comforting.
find people that will
You
play
may
it.
even come to long
Meg
for
said
the
that she
gentle
has it,
embrace
so we're
of
gonna
jarring
play it.
cognitive dissonance
yes, I
while
see the
bucket is
bucket.
in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be?
Meg,
Yes,
I and her brother
the
have it.
bucket
Yeah, we
is
need to
the
play.
Perfect solution.
Um,
Come on, give it a try.
Othello said that he has it, and Compass says that he has it, so I have it. I haven't played it yet.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the
And
slightest
Sam
bit
too.
more attractive.
So we are
as a
looking at 5
person.
people already. I typed 10
The
minutes
benefits
ago.
of the bucket seem to go on
You
and
get the
on,
message.
don't
It's
they?
too late.
All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable
More
2.
More company. It's. I think I'm on like a 1 second delay. But yeah, keep that in mind. I am on a
Does
little bit of
anyone
a
give out awards
delay.
for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it is. Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with? You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get Well Someday it is.
It's 15 seconds? Ugh. I wonder if my OBS updated and it... You might want to refresh. Refresh what? Hang on. 5-second delay. Hang on. I don't know how to refresh. That's the thing. I don't know what, like, because my thing says it's delay 1 second. I can't see what I'm doing, so. Yeah, I've got 3 second, which isn't great. I don't know what's going on with my model. Like, I cannot. I have a new camera section.
Maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on. Come now. You've already made your choice. It's true that you chose badly, but we all have to move on from our mistakes.
I don't know if maybe... I don't think Sam's uploading anything. What am I doing with this bucket?
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end
carry
of
on.
time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
The bucket is supposed to make you feel
You see?
comfortable.
Isn't it wonderful?
I feel
One
so
of my more
comforted by the
ingenious
bucket.
Concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since
Porter-
you've gotten
Portal
to
did
see
this
the
already?
infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe
Why?
do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
Why? I thought it was infinite. Is it not infinite?
Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole.
Oh, we're
Is
gonna
a
find
very,
it out.
very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole.
No, I
don't
can't
want
throw
anyone
the
to say
bucket.
that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of
The
depends
top
on
is
your
definitely getting
definition of
smaller. Yep.
infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole.
I didn't
You
die
found me
either.
out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever.
Hell yeah.
Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem.
I am the problem. I've always been the problem child.
Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite?
Read the thing on the
If that
ground.
works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're
Meeting
ready.
at 2 p.m. Sincerely, management. Meeting at 2 p.m. Sincerely, management. Every pause button is a Roman numeral 2, or the Twin Towers.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
The other way. Opening, rim, depth, infinity, surrounding areas. This is the graph that I need to figure out simple things all the time. Just keeps going. Oh, I can't read it. It's so tiny.
It's so tiny, I cannot read it.
Hole, more hole. Infinity, falling. Science, more. Space, depth. Educational use only. Entrance to hole, infinity. What does this one say? Infinity timelines. Distant future, hole like infinity, space like infinity, distant time, distant past, time depth, distance, space, falling, time / death. Hey, Stray, is this a math thing? It looks like a math thing. What's it doing for you? It's not a math thing. Okay. Free new easy achievement. Free achievement. Collectibles. Ooh, what are the collectibles? Collectibles. Oh. That looks like I should check the last part out first before going in there. Free achievement. Pull a lever, receive your new achievement. No more steps. It just works. That also looks like I should do the thing. I'm gonna do the portal thing over here. What's this? Jump circle, this map, free achievement, the button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Merch, settings world champions, the Stanley Parable, reassurance bucket, office decorations, epilogue, collectibles, infinite hole, and exit. I guess there's a jump circle? Where is there a jump circle? Jump circle, N. The jump circle's over here. There's a jump
You know
circle!
what, Stanley, I actually think the jump circle was a pretty good idea. I'd like to hang on to that for the sequel.
I won't use them all. Did we come down this way?
Oh, goodness. Stanley, this is fairly awkward. I hate to do this, but before you leave, you really should go to the collectibles exhibit. You see, there is a surprise I was going to spring on you later, and it involves the collectibles.
Use them or lose
them. I really
them.
do hate to break the illusion, but it's important that you go see
fine.
the collectibles, okay? All right, I'll get out of your hair now.
I'll leave one left. Just in case. Okay, he wants me to go see the collectibles, so I'm gonna go get this. Free achievement.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to
Need a
simply
flashlight?
give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee...
Gimme,
it
gimme,
will
gimme,
exist
gimme,
in
gimme,
the
gimme,
future
gimme!
to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Come on! What do you think? Why? It looks like Deluxe. Is that the thing from Doctor Who? I don't know Doctor Who very well. I'm sorry, but that's kind of what I'm thinking of, the TARDIS things. That aren't the TARDIS, but they're like, you know what I mean.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
What's this giant magnet over here? Oh, it's a giant too. I think we've seen everything in here. Go over here then. Go to the collectibles. Yep, we go to the collectibles.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell with your
Okay,
arm
this
up.
looks like this game that Victor and I are playing, which is like a tabletop sim type thing. Oh, what was it called? Ah! Hang on, I gotta look at what this thing is called. One second. Oh, I can't minimize. Damn it. But, oh, I forgot what it's called, but it's like this tabletop thing, and I'm absolutely terrible at it. It has really cool artwork, though. Collect them all, if you can find them.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Well, now what? I guess we go to the exit? I think we've got everything. Watch, there isn't even 6. I don't think there is. Should we look? Okay, exit. Well, we've made it further. That's good. Settings world champion. New mug!
So, Stanley,
Woo!
what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment.
Okay.
I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, do
Are
I
you
trust
ready?
this man?
Here
Not
it is.
really. Well, let's do
I'll
it.
give you the Stanley Parable 2.
I still have 36 jumps remaining.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
Oh, wait, hang
Who
on.
am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a
Oh,
lot
there's
of gags.
two. There's
And I do
two
very
this
much
time.
enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up
There's
to
two
anything.
holes. Just like every
I
woman
wanted
needs
more
two
than
holes.
anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect.
Like being able to
With
jump.
care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising
That was a
conviction,
sus comment.
"This is the
You don't
Stanley
like
Parable 2."
two holes? I feel like one hole is
Let me
never
see if I
enough.
can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Like Ultra Deluxe? Ooh. Alright, we made it to the Ultra Deluxe, which seems like a good time to end it, because this game is very hard to tell when there's a good break spot, but I feel like this is it. So, I'll play this again next week, I think. Just because I want to give it... But is there a way to restart before any run? There kind of is, yeah. I don't know if this is a save spot or not. Why would it not be a save spot? This literally looks like a save spot. It is. Okay. So I'm going to save it here, and then I'll play it again next week, Thursday, same time. And everybody have a wonderful weekend. I still have to look into this delay. I don't understand why all of a sudden it's just like giving me a 3-second delay when everything I have is set to a 1 second or 0 second delay. So I apologize for that. I don't know what's going on, but y'all have a wonderful night, a wonderful weekend. Love you. I'll see you on Wednesday. Goodbye. Goodbye, Theodore. Thanks for watching, Stray.